Hello everyone. I just want to do a quick overview for week 4, and then I'll come back and do a video for the actual templates. So for week 4, we're still planning, okay? So we're still kind of in this process of putting together now, what is our schedule going to look like? What is our procurement policy going to be? And our cost policy. And I'll get into these templates in a different video so that we can kind of go into them in detail. So you're going to spend time in chapters 9 really focusing on what does it look like to break that schedule down now into tasks that will have a beginning date and an end date. So now you have a large project that might be 3 or 5 major project activities that you're now going to break down into a schedule of maybe 45 tasks, maybe only 25. If you're in manufacturing or software development, or IT, you're probably going to have 65 steps. But you're going to have to break down this project in order to realistically schedule it from beginning to end. You have to know how long each of those steps will take. And so you're really going to focus on this in chapter 9. And either your eyes will cross in chapter 9, and I mean that in fun, but the network diagrams that you'll look at, you'll either look at them and get them, or you might have to look at them 10 times before you really kind of get the gist of what they're talking about. But they're trying to help you determine how long each step will take. And in doing that, you'll have successful projects. Then you're going to read Critical Chain. You'll read PMBOK Primer. I'll come back to this in just a second. Bonnie Beafor, and then watch the Project Management in the Bible. And then you'll do your forums and your 3 quizzes. Now, I want to come back for a minute to this primer. Fast Forward MBA is a methodology in which, if you apply it to your projects, it will help you be far more successful. Fast Forward MBA is not the only project management guide out there. And so PMBOK, actually, if you go out to PMI.org, you'll find that this Project Management Institute, they have a lot of resources out there for project managers. And they have this PMBOK guide that is on their site. Now, what that means is, I'm going to try to explain this here, is that it's a project management body of knowledge. That's what PMBOK means. And so they have kind of their knowledge areas and how they go through the process of a project. Will it be a little bit different from the Fast Forward MBA? Yes. But are, several of the concepts the same, even though they might be written a little bit differently? Yes, there are several core concepts that are the same. But the reason I say this and go to all the trouble to do this is that when we get to the procurement and the cost templates, it can cause a lot of confusion if you don't read this primer. When you click on this primer, it's going to take you to this PMP primer, which is based on PMBOK. And it explains really well. It's a great tutorial. This is how you plan procurements. And so if you read this, it will help you very successfully understand, especially if you're not in the manufacturing world, what does this mean and how do I fill it out? It'll help you get the concept. So I think it's really worth the time to do that. So I'm going to stop now because I really want to spend some time getting into these 3 PM tools, and I'm actually going to do a separate video on time, and then I'll do a separate video on procurement and cost. Procurement and cost will not take me that long, but I do want to spend a great deal of time on time. That's a little funny. Just so that we can dig a little bit deeper and help you really understand this tool if you want to take this out into the work world and really use it after this class. I'd like to give you a little bit of extra time on it because I think connecting the dots is really helpful. So that's week 4 in a nutshell. I also have done a little bit of kind of a cheat sheet, if you will. I don't know if you've noticed this before or not, but I want to point it out. When you complete the module and look ahead, I have literally put in here how many templates you need to turn in for the week and what the date is. So it's kind of a cheat sheet. So for 3 templates this week, 1 from time, 1 for procurement, 1 from cost. And then in Moodle, this little icon here means that it's a page. A page means there's something on it. And so if you click on this, and so I've now put in here, click on this, it actually does show you how many templates you should be turning in and which ones. And so I hope that brings great clarity just to know that that's there and what it is. So good luck with week 4. Reach out anytime you want to talk. If you need help, working through some concepts or just getting some feedback, I'm more than happy to be here. So we'll talk soon and just keep moving. I think you guys are doing really great. And I know that many of these pieces will begin to start coming together.